Let's talk about Harry and William, the brothers. There are reports that they could possibly meet to mark the 30th anniversary of the death of their mother, Princess Diana, next year. The brothers are understood not to have spoken in person since the late Queen's funeral, and that was back in 2022. The Diana Award charity is believed to be orchestrating a series of events to commemorate the 30th anniversary of Diana's death in 2027 next year. Well, Christo, it was only, 2 weeks ago Harry was in the UK. The brothers didn't even see each other. They didn't speak despite the reunion between Harry and the King. I mean, obviously, 30 years it will mark next year. That will be a huge, momentous occasion. I just wonder, though, how the brothers will ever get together, because by all accounts, William wants nothing to do with his wayward brother.
He wants absolutely nothing to do with him because the one thing about William, and I think that I've got really high hopes for William because William gets it. The late Queen gets it. King Charles, I love King Charles, but I think that sometimes he gets a little bit influenced. But definitely Queen Elizabeth, who was exemplary, got this. It is all about the protection of the crown. And any time there is scandal, like Andrew, any time there are grenades thrown about racism, about any of these sorts of things, they all undermine the integrity of the crown. And that is something I think that William absolutely understands, that he is the protector, he is the steward of that going forward. And unfortunately, I think he sees Harry as poisonous when it comes to that. And if the death of the late Queen Elizabeth can't bring them together, because of course you're absolutely right, that's the last time that they were seen with each other, well then I don't know what event possibly can. Now, will they pay lip service to it, stand in front of a monument of Diana and sort of smile for the cameras? Possibly, but I can absolutely guarantee you that there won't be huge, long discussions, no make-up dinners, none of that sort of stuff, because Harry to William is an irritant, and William, his entire raison d'etre, the entire reason he is on this earth is the protection and the stewardship of the crown. And Harry is something that has undermined that. And imagine that being your life and knowing that the person that could have been closest to you has actually been the person that has tried to jeopardize that for you. And I'm not sure that's something William will ever forgive.
Well, it's the ultimate betrayal. You could never possibly trust Harry again after everything that he's done and continues to do. At every opportunity, he still undermines the royal family, yet has this deluded belief that he's still a member of the royal family. I don't know what goes through the spare's mind, but I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
And I think you're right, and I don't blame him, but also I don't know whether, and I'm going to say this carefully, you would consider Harry to be the most stable of the members of the royal family. I'm still traumatized from reading his autobiography, where he was talking about when he had a conversation with Courtney Cox's rubbish bin, and the rubbish bin answered back. I mean, the bin answered back. He had a conversation with Courtney Cox's bin. And so, you know, and I think there were a few mind-altering moments, shall we say, within that conversation. But yeah, that is in the book. I mean, he also said that he went down to the rocks and had a conversation with the moon. And the moon spoke back to him as well. And so, I mean, who knows what would end up in the book, in the next book, if he ends up having a chat with William.
Well, actually, I want to get to his book in a minute, but we can't forget as well when he told us all about his oscillating penis, Christo. We can't forget that line as well.
No, I used to love Elizabeth Arden cream. I really did. It used to be such a lovely thing to put on your lips. And then, of course, if you'll remember in the book, he used it he had frostbite in his nether region. And so he put it down there in order to relieve it. And weirdly as well, you know, and this does bring us back to why we're talking about this. One of the things he then says in the book is, oh, when I was applying it, it made me think of my mother.
Nearly 3 decades after Princess Diana's passing, one question continues to capture global attention. Could this solemn anniversary become the moment Prince Harry and Prince William finally stand side by side again? While no one can predict what will happen, the possibility alone has reignited hope that family bonds may prove stronger than years of distance. Anniversaries like this often go beyond public ceremonies. They become deeply personal moments of reflection, especially for families who have experienced loss under the world's spotlight. For the royal brothers, remembering their mother isn't just another date on the calendar. It's a reminder of the woman whose legacy continues to shape their lives in very different ways. Few sibling relationships have been analyzed as intensely as Harry and William's. Once seen as inseparable, their paths gradually diverged due to different responsibilities, personal choices, and public events. Yet history has shown that even strained relationships can evolve.
She always used to use it as lip balm.
Oh, God,
I mean,
I can't deal.
I'm no expert on tributes to Diana, Princess of Wales, but I really don't think that was the one that she was hoping for.
That is definitely not the one she was hoping to be remembered by, the Elizabeth Arden cream downstairs. I think that she would be horrified by that. Well, let me ask you about this, actually, because there have been reports that maybe Harry is possibly interested in doing a second spare 2.0, spare us, I think. But, you know, him and Meghan, they've got all these legal troubles. So this financial troubles, of course. So they've got no money. And now we've got award-winning journalist Paula Frolic. She told News 24 that the Duke is considering a follow-up, Spare 2, and that, you know, this is how they're going to get their next payday. Goodness me. Look, it wouldn't surprise me. I've got to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me, Christo, if he did go down this path. And I was worried during his UK visit that he was there to collect information when he was catching up with the King and the Queen. But goodness me, spare us, surely.
Well, I don't know what else he could complain about. What else is in there? I mean, again, there were so many things in the original Spare book that were just, and I think we discussed this last time about having the small bedroom in Sandringham. I mean, you're in a royal palace. I mean, most people would be happy to be in the palace, but you've got the smallest bedroom. So, you know, there was strange things that he focused on. But you're absolutely right. And this is where I think William and, of course, let's not forget Princess Catherine are particularly smart, because they know that there is always this risk now that they are scouting for material. Anything that they do, let's not forget the foreword of Spare was from the funeral of Prince Philip. He went in when he was the first opening chapters of Spare. He speaks about the Queen lying in state in Balmoral. This is really, really personal, intimate stuff, and these are conversations and things that were not for public consumption. So you're absolutely right. Are they gathering material for a new book? And there is always that risk as well, where, you know, you say to Harry or to Meghan, you know, oh, morning, how are you? Isn't it a lovely day? Oh, you're racist.
Yes.
You know, that's basically what, you know, that's always the risk, isn't it? You know, why did you say that the day was a nice day and that it was light? Why aren't you saying it's dark? You're racist. You know, that is always this risk that they are going to try and create some sort of drama from innocent comments, which we saw with the Oprah interview. And because of the royal family, the nature of the royal family, they cannot respond in the kind of way that they would want to. And that is always the risk with Harry. I'd have him sign an NDA. I've always said that actually it'd be very nice if Harry could go and see Prince Charles, but I would have the palace sign him, have him sign an NDA that anything that goes on behind palace doors while he's there, you've got to sign to say that you're never going to reveal it.
Yeah, because he's a liability. You just wouldn't trust him at all. So, no, I agree. Sign an NDA if you want to see us, fine. That's not a problem. But you have to sign first, just to cover all bases. I'm with you all the way. Christo, before we...
Particularly during moments that encourage reflection rather than confrontation. If the brothers were to attend the anniversary together, it would likely be viewed as more than a symbolic appearance. Many would interpret it as a sign that respect for their mother's memory still provides common ground, regardless of unresolved differences. Even a brief interaction could generate renewed optimism about the future of their relationship. It's important to remember that public curiosity doesn't always match private reality. Family reconciliation is rarely straightforward, and meaningful healing often happens away from cameras. Whether they appear together or not, only those closest to the situation truly understand the conversations taking place behind closed doors. Princess Diana remains one of the most influential figures in modern royal history because of her compassion and ability to connect with ordinary people. Her influence continues through the charitable work and public service of both of her sons, even if they now pursue different paths.
We let you go. I've got to get your reaction to this. So Meghan, her appearance on Australian MasterChef has just aired. And as if the show couldn't get any worse, that particular episode, Harry gets on the phone mid-episode. Have a look at this.
We've had a phone call to studio.
Hi, my love.
Good.
Hi. My husband's here.
Oh, Christo, please. Seriously, what the heck?
I mean, I really don't think that, bearing in mind it's MasterChef, the sick bucket probably shouldn't be on hand. I'm sorry, but I'm like, the thing is, right, it's so contrived. Are we honestly expected to believe that it was just, oh my word, it just a coincidence? I just happened to be in the MasterChef studio. Oh, my husband's given me a
Yeah.
call. Do you remember during the Netflix documentary when Megan was doing an interview to camera and then suddenly, oh, sorry, Beyonce's on the phone. Oh, God,
Yes.
sorry. Oh, I had no idea that she was going to call. Oh, Beyonce, what? How inconvenient that Beyonce's on the line. I mean, what a load of nonsense. And suddenly as well, the production team are able to bring up Harry's face, like they can just connect to that phone immediately because it was a completely unplanned moment. I mean, what a load of old rubbish. But of course, Meghan is smart enough to know that she's not the A-list act there. It is Harry. That's the one that they want. That's the one that is actually the royal connection. So she's smart enough to know that is. But what a climb down. You know, MasterChef, and you've got to get Harry to call. I mean, you know, what next? I mean, are they going to be doing Big Brother? You know, the real Housewives of Sussex.
Oh, God, spare us, please. Christo, please spare us from that. Oh, good, great. Well, they'll do anything for $1, as we know. So let's, not counting that one out, that's for sure. Christo Fufas, you're such a treasure. Thank you so much for joining the show. Really always appreciate you and your insights.
Lots of love. Lots of love. Thank you so much.
In many ways, her legacy still links them despite everything that's happened. As the anniversary approaches, the world will be watching, not just for photographs or headlines, but for any sign that time may have softened old divisions. Whether this becomes the beginning of a new chapter or simply another moment of remembrance remains to be seen. But here's the bigger question. Can shared memories truly heal years of separation, or has too much happened for a full reconciliation? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy thoughtful royal updates and in-depth analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss what happens next.